Darkness, embrace you. We're still in Giovanni's mansion. Let's discover what lies ahead. Is that it?
Kindred, your presence here violates the agreement between our leaders. Leave now, or face the consequences of your actions.
Let's discuss this problem, whatever it might be.
There is an alliance between your leader LaCroix and Mistress Ming Zhao. You violate the agreement. If you do not leave, we are not responsible for your death.
What alliance? What are you talking about?
We'll give you one more chance to leave this place and keep your life. You will go?
No. Come here, you little... You guys are throwing explosions at me. I don't know what you're doing now, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna explode as well. Such a pity. One of you proved to be no challenge whatsoever. Need some blood. Yeah, I can keep doing that until you die. Keep teleporting, that will really help you out. Gotcha. Vae Victus. Was that it? You were pathetic. Can't take your sword. Can I take your hands? I like how they glow. That was a decent battle, I'd say. Never have I had such power. I totally forgot to use my blood shield for this. My lord?
My Wunderkind returns. In my entire court, I knew there was only one who could have succeeded in this task. Finally, the Ankaran sarcophagus is ours. Come, I've granted Beckett's request to study and document all the markings of the sarcophagus. You've met Beckett, haven't you? Let's go take a look inside and see what the commotion around the city has really been all about.
Before we do that, I need an answer. Are you in alliance with the Kaijin?
What? Preposterous. No kindred would trust them, nor would they trust us. Did Jack tell you that? Because it sounds like you've been taken for a fool.
Jack? What does Jack have to do with this? I was told by the Kaijin agents sent to steal the sarcophagus.
And you believed them? They've been trying to take over LA for years. It's a ruse, a falsehood, spread to undermine my rule and turn kindred against each other, thin our ranks. They are duplicitous, evil creatures. Did they not try to kill you?
Indeed, they did.
Insurance. They lied to you in case you lived through the encounter. They hoped to create dissension in the ranks, rumors. It's a trick older than you or I.
I believe you. Let's open the sarcophagus. Little did he know that I did not actually believe him.
What have you assessed so far?
Unfortunately for the Heralds of Doom, it appears we won't be opening Pandora's box. The markings, as far as I can tell, are of Assyrian origin. An extraordinary piece, but nothing earth-shattering.
I see. Then there is no good reason why we shouldn't open it. Won't budge. Beckett, do you see any mechanism for the lid?
I haven't as yet had a chance to pore over it with my fine-tooth comb. I think I have one in my bag.
Why won't it open, Beckett? And you, I thought you said it looked as if it had been opened on the Dane. I want it open! You and Beckett, figure out a way to open it. I need to know what's inside. I have other matters to attend to. Come get me when a solution has been found.
Ah, the depths to which I'll sink to prove others wrong. The young ones get so temperamental. Fortunately for Sebastian, is it? I'd already made up my mind to open the sarcophagus, if only to show the city that Gehenna, contrary to popular belief, has not begun.
So, how do we open it?
In the last few seconds, I've had very few epiphanies. I may be old, but I didn't build it. How knowledgeable are you on ancient Assyrian funerary constructs?
Assyrians. Funny. There aren't any other unopened Assyrian sarcophagi in existence.
Impressive. Maybe you'll let me borrow your library card. But honestly, even my own archaeological experience is of no assistance here. Fortunately for us, I know of someone who has distinguished himself in this field.
That guy on the historical network with the pith helmet. He makes learning fun.
No. His name is Dr. Anders Johansen, a professor of archaeology from Norway. He was the one responsible for finding the sarcophagus, and as far as I know, the only authority on its origin and design.
So why isn't he here?
Until yesterday, he could have been found in his suite at the Empire Hotel downtown. But when I stopped by earlier this evening, all I found was spilt coffee on a morning paper. Appears he's been abducted.
By whom, do you know? No. Tell me he left some notes or a diagram or something.
I did find a pair of bikini swimwear and a book detailing the origins of various Turkish dialects.
That's all.
I detected the scent of myrrh incense, which is usually burned in monasteries. Also, I found beach sand in part of a muddy footprint. Putting two and two together, I located a monastery near a beach in Malibu, where I believe hunters are holding Johansen captive.
You figured all that out from sniffing around his room. You're a creep, dude.
Actually, there were 2 hunters on the roof of the building opposite the hotel who were positively delighted to tell me everything they knew, provided I stopped dangling them head first over the side.
You could have started with that. Did you kill the hunters?
No, only the stupid and careless get caught by hunters. They serve their purpose in the natural order.
I see. So what did they tell you?
The hunters abducted Dr. Johansen for his own protection, or at least that's how they've justified it. He's being held by the Society of Leopold and used quite ingeniously as bait for Prince Lacroix's minions.
I'll go. Hunters aren't anything I can handle. Also, I hunger for their blood.
It's easy to assume proficiency in something you've never done, isn't it?
I have fought hunters before.
Be that as it may, these hunters are leagues above the security guard turned vampire killer you might have encountered thus far.
I've killed things hunters won't hunt. What do I do?
You'll have to go to the monastery and find a way into the tunnels beneath where the hunters are holding Johansson. I'm afraid I can't accompany you, but then it's best you go alone. Too many of us might set them off, like fundamentalists on contrary opinion.
How do I get there?
I wouldn't recommend walking. Certainly Sebastian's already provided cab fare. I'm sure he always spares no expense when archaeology is at stake.
Of course he doesn't. Okay, I have a few questions before I go.
Excellent.
You spoke of Gehenna before. Think this sarcophagus is part of it?
Well, if we open it up and the world ends, then yes. If we open it up and the world does not end, then no. I'd wager the latter.
Well, that's good. I honestly don't want the world to end. I just discovered these dark abilities of mine. Have you learned anything else about Thin Bloods?
How any sane kindred could think these poor unfortunates are an immediate threat to us is absurd. Most were afraid, or at the very least uneasy, around me. Tragic. Their desperation could very well hold the spark of revolution, however.
Is there anything else you can tell me about the Society of Leopold?
The Society, for the most part, knows very little about us. But they do know how to kill and torture us, and that's enough. Also, some of them exhibit powers that can make them quite formidable. Best not to announce yourself.
Tell me about yourself.
I've said quite a lot about myself already. I know even less about you than you do me. Why don't you tell me about yourself?
Okay, like yourself, I consider myself somewhat of a scholar. I appreciate your interest in me. I am fascinated by you. There isn't a place in the world I can't sneak into. I don't know of any problem that can't be solved with violence. I consider myself a scholar of a sorts.
I consider myself a seeker of reluctant information. Scholar sounds like academia. Ugh. How versed are you in the occult?
It's one of the fields I specialize in.
When you have a year or two, you should really invest time in seeking out a copy of the Book of Nod. It's a collection of kindred lore, with a few annotations by a certain renowned gangrel explorer. Unless you've got further questions, I'd really like to get back to looking at the sarcophagus.
Okay, are there any other questions?
Excellent.
Now I'm ready to go and seek the professor.
Remember, Dr. Johansson is an innocent. He has no idea we actually exist. Try not to put the idea in his head.
Oh, all right, I'll try not to hypnotize him. Or drink his blood.
Did you find a way to open the sarcophagus?
You know, getting the sarcophagus back was quite an expensive ordeal.
I can't have my protege looking plebeian, can I? You'll find I can be very generous towards those who serve me well.
Oh, whoa, 500, not bad. Did I mention I had to slick through the sewers of Chinatown, fight at Simichi?
Point made.
You've made a wise investment. Now it's time for me to pay off. Actually, I have a
Did
question.
you find a way to open... Which is...
What do you think is inside the sarcophagus?
If you didn't take the time to ask, perhaps we'd know by now. As I mentioned before, my concern is that it pertains something supernatural. Now, Beckett has waived this theory altogether. The city is alight with dread. Perhaps it's an antediluvian.
Antediluvian.
A joke? The antediluvians are the mythical progenitors of each of the clans for whom they trace their bloodlines. And according to mythology, descendants of Cain, the legendary first vampire.
I see.
As in the biblical Cain and Abel? Before you put too much stock in it, realize that the church and all of its mythos are blends of kindred and mortal meddling. Whips to regulate weak minds. This is all Beckett's field of expertise. If you want a lesson, merely ask him.
I will. Well, that was fun. I mean, it is obvious that we need a key here. Right, let's go to Misha. We did find this book. Purely by accident again. Yeah, last episode was filled with accidents. In the Middle Ages, an Inquisition-led population already alerted to vampires nearly wiped out the kindred's millennia-old society. Crusaders and vampires living together at last, as one species. I do believe it's here, yep. Hello. A business card. Right, we did that already. I think it's because we have investigation that I noticed it. Hello.
Yes.
Here's the book you were looking for.
The Voce del Morte. The Giovanni never willingly share their secrets, and I've had little success infiltrating their strongholds. How did you obtain this?
Never mind, just give me what you promised.
It will take some time to translate and unlock the secrets of this. I will have to move on from the city to evade any Giovanni seeking it. Take this. This will complete the terms we agreed to, and I think it is adequate compensation. It is the key of Alamut. It instills dread in those that would harm you, and makes it harder for them to strike you. Make no mistake, our dealings do not make us allies. If indeed we meet again, do not ask me for any favors. I will give you this final advice, however. Leave this city. These are its final nights. Discord looms heavy. I've felt this before.
Little did she know that I had no trouble in living places of darkness.
In November of 1938, I was translating documents in Leipzig, Germany, written by a purported Crusades-era necromancer. There also, I felt a sense of impending chaos. Soon after was the Kristallnacht, the wellspring of a new world war.
Oh, do you mean Leipzig? I see. I'll take that in consideration. Goodbye. Oh, that was cool. Oops. Ah, sorry. Oh. The game may have glitched a little. I mean, I did accidentally hit her, but I am gonna kill her and see if that's gonna give me any experience points. Do not consider us allies, she said. I need a longer cable for my mouse. Okay, good.
Yes. The Voce del... It will take some time. It is the key of... Make no mistake.
Then firearms. We can go to 7 with those. Our perception. I'll think about it.
Take my advice. Leave the city before it comes crashing down around you.
Well, she did live a long time. It was truly her time to go. Anyway, do we have any more missions we need to complete before heading onwards? In the Middle Ages, an Inquisition led the population. Nope, that's the only one. Before we do whatever we need to... Oh, okay. Nice. That actually worked. I am impressed.
Hop in.
Why not? The Society of Leopold. Well, that looks nice. Get my suicide pill. Let's go and finish that pathetic society of noble fools trying to rid the world of the true superior race. Oh yeah, I'm a ninja man. Yeah, I should have used suicide there. It's fine. Oh, you have snipers. That's nice. Okay, I can very silently move in. Maybe I should. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna need anything more from this. Perception. What does that do? Ranged combat? Yeah, no. I mean, it looks fine, but only the max level, and it's not worth it, really. Inventory is full. This? Don't know if that helps. Okay. What if I drop, say, this thing? Ah, look at them fall. I want to test this weapon. Obviously it didn't work. Gonna stick with my pistol, thank you very much. Don't do that. I need some blood now. That's fine, we'll get it in a moment. Keep shooting. That'll serve your friend. Ah, the beauty of life. You. Don't know where the other guy is. Someone is trying to shoot me. Humans die. It's a natural part of life. Predators eat their prey, and there's no one bigger than me. Okay, you made your point. Why don't you come down now? It is so difficult to keep everyone in check here. I honestly don't see anyone left. These guys were so easy to kill. Hello. I cannot see him, therefore he does not exist. $5. Really? You guys should really purchase better locks. I was hoping for some decent pistols, but apparently no such luck. Okay, I say we go from the back and enter from there. I mean, I've already unlocked the doors, might as well use them, right?
Lord, I pray now that you give me strength in battle, that I might overcome the hordes of Satan and his children, that I might wield the flaming sword of the Archangel and defend myself with your shield of faith, and that my victories are many and my wounds few, that I might further your kingdom here. And if If I meet death,
3 letters.
then let it be first that I cast a mighty host of demons back into the lake of fire whence they came, and I rest finally in the light of your throne of mind.
Humans. I did try to kill him stealthily, it just didn't work. Oh, you spotted me. That's a shame. Still, that won't save your blood. You use the same password over and over again. Nine. Yeah, I can break through here. A journal. I just wanted to read it, actually. We have taken LaCroix to Los Angeles. Oh, tracked. To Los Angeles. He has made his lair in the penthouse of the Venture Tower, hiding behind the legitimate business front while committing his legion of demons by cover of night. I pray to the Lord of Strength in the coming days, but there is shadow that hangs over my heart, like the dark wings of Lucifer himself. It is not LaCroix I fear, nor his underlings, but there is fear in my heart, nonetheless. An ancient evil is stirring. May God grant me the strength to overcome it. Woke up this morning, and the sun on my face was little comfort. We lost 3 of the brethren last night in a fierce battle with some hellspawn, minions of vampires we know as Alistair groaned. We have been unable to find his lair, but it is only a matter of time. May God have mercy on the souls of our brethren. The mystery surrounding the Arcane sarcophagus and the massacre on Elizabeth Dane has my superiors troubled. I have been told to expect a package in the mail that may be helpful in the shedding some light in this artifact. Its arrival seems convenient in light of LaCroix's recent arrival. Something is amiss, yet I cannot see what machinations are at play. I will wait and have faith in that Lord will see us through. We finally found the lair of Alistair groaned, but it seems we were too late. The demon had already been sent to hell before I was able to dispatch him. I ran across the younger vampire who seemed unaware of Ground's demise. No doubt one of his sucklings came to visit its masters. I took care of the demon and destroyed his house. I thank God for his eternal watchfulness over me and the Brotherhood. You can thank your God in hell, where I'm going to send you. There seems to be a great unrest amongst the vampire blood here in the city. Perhaps the arrival of LaCroix was unwelcome to the rest of the damned. I know not, nor do I care. They will all burn, whether by my hand or the Father's. The Ankaran sarcophagus was stolen today from the Museum of Natural History. The police report we obtained leads me to believe that the demon spawn were behind it, and the book I received yesterday from the Vatican only reinforces the theory. I know now that these may very well be the end times, and the time of the final struggle may well be upon us. I dreamed of Lacroix last night, of his hideous visage burning into ash in great inferno. May it be that this is the vision given to me by God, and that I will be the vassal of his foully vengeance. Years have been long, too long. Perhaps the soul of my father may finally rest in peace. Brother Kegler reported a disturbance at the Vampire Cavern we have been observing at the mansion in Hollywood. It seems there was a party, and that something interrupted their falsely rituals. He could say no more of the matter, but I smell Lacroix's meddling hand in this. Oh, the better. May the demons feed on themselves until the world is rid of their evil. I had a dream of fires in Griffith Park last evening. I know not their origin, but I fear the worst. I received a letter from His Holiness warning me that he is fearful that the apocalypse is upon us, and that my mission has come more important than ever. I hold these words close to my heart, and will fight for the righteousness until I am no longer able. I took Johansen from the hotel room last evening and brought him back to the monastery. I am convinced that Lacroix will try to find him, as he is the only one with the knowledge about how the artifact can be opened. The brethren have been warned to expect an assault on the monastery. They are ready to die for his glory, as am I. May the Holy Father bless us in these last dark days, and may the children of Satan burn forever in the hellfires of damnation. Amen. Who? Ah, priests and their pathetic prayers. God's not going to fix your problems. I'm going to fix your problems. And we now have a sniper rifle. And shells. Okay, take them all. So this is the only box we can open. Is that artillery shells? High explosive ones, in fact. Okay. I guess I know what you're gonna plan to do with Lacroix. I don't know, why am I afraid of lasers? Are they gonna burn me? Is there a basement, actually? Yes, there is. Let's see if there are any dungeons in there.
Stop right there!
Please excuse me. Unwilling, are you? Well, let me change your will. Hello, little guy. Okay, there is nothing here. 2 beds. That's fine. 2 more. Well, someone wasn't sleeping when I arrived. Where was it? Here. troubling. You can't go through that door, which is unfortunate. I don't know, am I looking for something special? No, not here. This is the one. Careful not to die. That's my stealth kill. Okay, I'm gonna go up. I just want to explore this place before I head to the next location. And I suspect that there are still humans that want to share their life force with me. Silly humans. Well, the last one of them was incredibly powerful. Might as well take his blood. My inventory is filled. Well, I don't need the guns or the money. I have everything I need within my pocket. Or should I say, inside my enemy's veins. Vampire's Apocrypha. The origin of this dark and mysterious talisman is largely unknown and is mostly considered a myth, if not for the ethics of Julius of Gaul, who first discovered and often subsequently re-entombled the artifact. There would be almost no historical record of the artifact save for the various unfolded legends of its avowed evilness scattered throughout the writings of the Brotherhood. Historians and theologians alike have been unable to ascertain its exact age or place of origins, although the symbols and inscriptions seem to hint that the artifact is from the area of ancient Sumer or Mesopotamia. It has never been opened, and therefore any myth parting to who or what might be encircled is our total speculation. Vampiric origins have not been ruled out, although many scholars within the church seem to think that it may hold the remains of an ancient king, whose name so far has been lost to the ages. Let it be said, though, that the writings of Julius Gaul describe the artifact as being a nefarious and dread thing, full of some ancient and unbearable evil. He attributes the death of his scribe to the artifact, who upon setting his eyes on it for the first time began convulsing uncomfortably and popping, died. That looks nice. Oh, I guess this is where we needed to go to find the key for that door, which was absolutely impenetrable. Before I picked the lock. That red light truly is harming my head. No matter, we know where we need to go. I was hoping for some artifacts to help me on my quests. Well, maybe not exactly help me, but make me stronger. Which is sort of a help. Which is unnecessary, but useful. Most Inquisitors are fanatic. Okay. Seems like he needs some blood. That is fine. Sooner or later I will find what I need. Or should I say who I need. Generator 2. Let's start with Generator 1 then. Keep shooting at him. That'll make him feel better. You don't seem like the scientist. Hey, you're alive. So, we should speak in a moment. Let me just seek out whoever is left. No one is left. Fun. This truly is a magnificent place to build a base.
No more fire. No fire.
Ash.
They've ruined my face. The fire. I can still feel it in my wounds. They'll kill me. They'll come back with their brands and it will burn.
Keep your voice down, really? I mean, he's the most quiet character I've seen thus far. You look horrible.
I wouldn't talk so they burn me. Again. And again and again. Their eyes, they enjoyed it. Before they come back, I'm begging you, let me out.
I'll do what I can.
They always come back, and it always burns.
I got something that might help you heal those wounds.
I once drank from the most desirable women in the world. Right now, this bag looks better than any of them.
I gained some humanity. Don't go anywhere, I'll be back. Haha, very funny. Ten.
Thanks. You'll never see me again. I'm gonna go somewhere no one will ever see this face again.
Good luck in Canada. Manipulation, that's for haggling, and appearance for seduction. Yeah, I never use those. And let's see then. Firearms. Inspection 12. Intelligence, which gives me research and intimidate, which I did want to use, but I didn't. What about wits? Combat, hacking. Oh, we don't need that. Go with this. We got a quest. Okay. Generator 2.
Are the stories true about him, I mean? Brother Russo? Yes. What stories have you heard, young brother? There are many. Some say he saw his own mother eaten alive by a couple of witches.
That didn't work at all. I know I need blood, damn it! Please die. He did not die. Great, I'm gonna drink some of my blood. Gonna purchase some more blood later. Enjoy. I want to watch. Still alive? Okay. I have no idea how I survived that. I mean, I hit a shell, high explosive shell, with a sword, and it exploded. Well, I'm not gonna complain. I mean, they survived as well, so always fair game. I'm always fool. Damn it. Okay, let's hope that will help me. Take note of the board here. It may lead me out. Selkie, we're not going there. Not yet. There are still places I need to visit, or at least one place. I actually just wanted to see something. Yes, we will need to kill some more people. How much money do I currently possess? That's it. 4,000 monies. Well, 3,700, but we're gonna purchase some blood packs. So it's gonna be less. I believe this is where I came from. Can't take that. Unfortunate. Pea shooters. They're not just weak against vampire, they're also weak against every human that has a gun. If I had a gun with a suppressor, that might have actually helped me a little. The most Inquisitors are fanatic, but spotly educated and trained, seldom posing any real threat. Well, he's terrible. Why did you miss?
I knew Johansen would lure the servants of Satan, but I set this trap for the Archfiend himself. Where is Lacroix?
Give me Johansen, and I will let you live. You're wasting your breath, mortal. I will drain your body to the last drop.
Gluttony is a sin. Step forward and receive your judgment. Show no resistance, and perhaps the Lord will be merciful.
If you like the Lord so much, let me buy you the first-class ticket to meet him. Yeah, thanks for that game. Got your confessor. Crosses do work, don't they? But only for those who have the faith. You can go with the divine magic if you want. Okay. We no longer desire this gun. A true sniper rifle. Unfortunately, there is no blood for me. Again, I can purchase some, but I do believe after this I can just drain someone who is willing to partake in a healing process. Someone who would donate their services to me. Still no secrets.
I told you everything. There's no reason for you to keep me here. Let me go!
Dr. Johansen.
I am an archaeologist. You can't hold me here like this. I am a hostage. I do not need protection. Bring me back to my hotel at once.
There is a boat not far from here. Help me and I will help you escape.
Yeah, okay. Anything, just get me out of these caverns and away from these crazies. I think I'm starting to get pneumonia.
Tell me what you know about the Ankaran sarcophagus.
The sarcophagus?
You went through all that trouble for the sarcophagus? Yeah, I'll tell you. But don't you think it would be better to get out of here before those men come back?
Don't worry about them. Just answer my questions.
I guess if you can get all the way here, you deserve the answers. But can I make one request first? After I answer your questions, you help me escape.
Very well.
All right. Where should I begin?
What can you tell me about the sarcophagus itself?
Let's start with the history of the Ankaran sarcophagus. That is a long and interesting legend, lost and found throughout the ages. Tell me, are you familiar with the Assyrians?
That I...
Well, the markings on the sarcophagus seem to hint that it is from sometime between 1050 and 800 BC, which was a period of fierce expansion by the Assyrians. Oddly, for those years, only one king shows up on the historical record.
Please, continue.
While most likely he wiped all evidence of his predecessor's existence or passed the name to his heirs, one monarch, Masquerade, the one-eyed king, is given credit for the territory and achievements of this time. But he would have had to have been over 250 years old, like Dracula or something.
Ah. So...
I find it hard to believe a sarcophagus with a person as important as Masquerade could remain in, pristine or intact condition for so many years, but this is who is believed to be contained within.
Why don't you just open it and find out?
Maybe you have not heard. It was stolen from the museum before we had a chance to open it. Usually we use equipment to carbon date, X-ray, and take air samples before we pry open the lid.
You compared him to a vampire. Are there any reasons for this?
You know, it is interesting that you ask me that. The goddess on the outside of the sarcophagus was Lamastu. In Assyrian myth, Lamastu was an evil demoness who preyed on humans. Many people cite her as the mother of vampire myth,
And?
The engravings on and found around the sarcophagus portray a regal figure drinking the blood of his enemies. Now, this image is found in many cultures, specifically among those of royal lineage, but there is a quite scientific explanation.
I am listening.
A disorder known as porphyria. In short, it is caused by a deficiency of the iron in the blood, and in many cultures, for the nobility that could conceivably get away with the cure, the treatment was to drink human blood.
So, Masquerade drank human blood.
Perhaps. Drinking the blood of your enemies is, if nothing else, symbolic. It can inspire fear in your foes and dissidents. Don't misunderstand me. I in no way believe it was a vampire. Vampires. That's what caused this whole mess. These maniacs believe they exist.
So how did you find the Ankaran sarcophagus?
That is, you see, in archaeology, one can spend years looking for a dig site, following local rumors, studying old maps. It's a complicated process, very boring.
I'm interested, please. Tell me.
Finding and organizing a dig is the least interesting part of an archaeologist's job. Trust me, you don't want to hear about it.
It sounds like you're hiding something. Care to share?
I don't know what would make you believe that. I have been very forthcoming with you so far. I think that maybe you are not as familiar with the process as me.
It just seems strange how it was found after all this time, like it wanted to be found.
Okay, I tell you, yeah, I was not even aware of the sarcophagus' existence until I received a package with no reply address in the mail. Inside was the information on how to find it and the key. Please keep it a secret, or I could be ruined.
Very interesting. Do you really believe that Masquerade is inside the sarcophagus?
That I can't be sure of, nor can anyone. But I promise you it is more likely to be filled with, gummy bears than vampires. Perhaps maybe a mummy, but not likely the kind to go about chasing Abbott and Costello.
Of course. Do you know anything else about vampires?
Not much, really. I'm an archaeologist, not a mythologist. But I do know that Lamastu, the Assyrian demoness, was thought to have been the inspiration for Lilith, the first wife of Adam in the Jewish Old Testament, another source of the vampire myth.
So, how does the sarcophagus open?
Ah, quite interesting. There is a surprisingly complex mechanical lock on the face of the sarcophagus. By sheer luck, we were able to find the key not far from the sarcophagus. Why no one ever found it and robbed it? It's perplexing.
A key? Do you have it?
How strange you would ask. I haven't seen the key since it was loaded onto the Elizabeth Dane in Turkey. It was stolen before the sarcophagus even. I am still hopeful that the police find both pieces before the contents can be disturbed.
Do you have a copy of the key?
No, it's not the kind of key you can copy at the hardware store. It's actually very sophisticated, and I meant to study it at the museum. I've answered all your questions. Do you think now you could please get me out of here? I don't care who you are or why you've had so many questions about the sarcophagus. I just want to leave this place.
Alright, I will free you. There is a boat nearby. We can escape on it.
Thank you, my friend. I don't know where you came from, but I will never forget this kindness.
No problem. Gain some humanity here. That's nice. I need some blood. I'm not gonna drink his.
Your time of judgment is here.
Would you do that? Oh, this shaking is just gonna be the end of me. Time of judgment is nigh. I'm going to destroy this place and kill the scientist because you know too much. Also, if there are any more of my followers alive, I'm pretty sure they can make it out on their own. There is a bar that... never mind. We'll be fine. What happened here? Oh, damn it. Seriously? That's fine. We still have some more violations to commit. Composed of several Sabbat vampires, pacts ensure their members' loyalty throughout requirements. Okay. Where can I go? This place is locked. Damn it, LaCroix. What have you done now? Okay, that was weird. Oh, these buttons seem a little bit highlighted. Beckett.
You can always count on the Sabbat to do the wrong thing for the right reasons. They're reckless, but they don't normally try to attract this much attention. This carelessness warrants observation. I hope it doesn't become pandemic.
The Sabbat. I suppose I should have talked to the prince first. Back in a minute. Right, this is where I'm gonna end this episode, however. I'm just going to sit in this chair until night comes again. So, thank you all for joining me, and I'm gonna see you all next time. Goodbye.